All right, so we're gonna follow up with this my video here. So this is when I shoot in the car, my blind. I've talked about it before, and I'm just gonna give you a little, in the car, out in the field action. So I have this Kirk Enterprises rig here. This is a window mount. So what I do is I put my window down nice and low. It already is set up here, but it's got a million different adjustments here. You can use this outside, you can use it on the ground, but it's meant for the window. You crank it down here, and it takes all the flex out of your window, nice and tight. And then I have a Really Right Stuff quick release clamp on here, and I have a BH55 ball head, okay? So what I do is I get it ready, and then in my car here, of course, I have the old GFX 100 today. Got a hawk up in the tree, and she obviously is not spooked by me at all. And what I'll do is I'll get all set up here, and I put this in, and here we go. So now I keep my clamp to the left here, my nice big knob, and I can film, I can shoot right from here. And this is my setup. And see how windy it is? I'm not out in the, I'm not exposed here. I'm quiet. I can put on my book, which I listen to Stephen King in the car, and this is what I do. So this is my little hideout for the day. And then I keep everything pretty handy here. I have my phone. I've got all my stuff here in the front seat, and I'm going to try to crank this around and give you like an overview. But I keep handy here, I keep my gimbal, which I can take all this off. If I'm shooting action from the car, I'll put my PGO2 Really Right Stuff right on here directly, and I can use a gimbal in the car. If it's something that's fast action, or I'm shooting little birds, songbirds, bluebirds, whatever, I keep my seat back here, and so I have my gimbal on hand all the time. And in my front seat, I keep obviously a tripod. I keep my video equipment. I always have my loophole binoculars here. So I can do a lot. When I do refuge shooting down and where I'm driving through, I always keep this up while I'm driving, even if it's in the winter. And then the nice thing is with the Really Right Stuff, it's just it's a quick release. So here we go. I'm gonna get some shots right now, and I'm going to show you these because these are perfect. Boom. And that's it. So, I keep everything at hand's reach. I have my batteries here. I keep everything in my ear pods. And then this is a little trick here, a little pro tip for you. While I'm in the car and I'm not hands-on with my camera, a lot of times I will keep a battery brick, and I have a little, I can outlet it right here, and I just keep the battery brick right here. Have a wire up, no battery waste. You can shoot right off of this brick. These Anchor bricks are great. You can get them pretty cheap. I got a million different ones, small, large, whatever. And I always keep a couple of these in the car. They stay charged. They're great for everything. They're great for the DJI stuff. But I just pop it right here, and I got my cord here. I hook it up, and I'm in. I used to have a little video monitor, just a simple monitor, not an Atomos and not all this money. But if I'm filming the eagle's nest, which is great because this is you can sit and film from your car window, get some video, which I don't do a lot of. But when I do the nest, I have a little screen here, and I can just not have to rely on looking at this little screen. And it's like an ICANN little 6-inch monitor. And once again, you're in the car, you just unplug it and boom, boom. So it's a good setup. This is my setup. My whole car, you can't really see, but it's full of gear and bags. And another thing I do is I keep in the car these blankets. I don't know if you can see these blankets here. And I have another one here. This is a little parka. These are by Rumpl. And what I like to do with these is I keep these in the car for my camera. And if I go somewhere, I just throw it on there. It looks like a jacket's covering yourself, but it's a soft padding. These little down blankets, I get them when they're on sale, but these Rumpl blankets are great. But the beauty of this is when you're sitting on a day like this at 25 degrees, you put this bad boy in your lap, you make yourself a little cocoon, and you can do your photography right here from the car, because it gets cold with the window open. You know what I mean? It does get cold. So I like to try to keep you know, this little gear. I have a bunch of blankets. I'm a blanket guy in the car because there's so many things you can use it for. I don't want the cameras just banging against each other, or if I carry two bodies in the car, which I do a lot with the XH2 and the GFX, they clink around in my front seat. I like to keep everything kind of together. So this is my car blind, and I'm going to talk about it in this video, but this is in the graveyard. I told you I come every day pretty much, and today I have the beautiful female red-tailed hawk right here. Show you some photos of that, and glad you enjoyed it and watched it, and more from the car blind. Alrighty, so that's a little glimpse of my car blind. You know, I spend most of my time in the car. As I said it before, it follows up on my other video, but that was filmed in the cemetery. Here's a couple shots that I have of the bald eagle from that shot, and some of the hawk from that same day. I didn't film continuously in the car, but I have a couple shots I want to show you from the comfort of my car. And I feel like this is something that more people need to take seriously. And you don't need to have the rig that I have. That rig that I have is kind of a, it works sometimes, and it doesn't work sometimes. And let me give you the scenarios that thing really works good in. In a controlled environment like that cemetery, or if you're at a nest or you're in a spot and you can drive around without a lot of, you know, wind and rain and snow, and that thing works great. It doesn't flex your window. It's well built. You put your ball head, your gimbal, whatever. When it doesn't work, and for years I have a sandbag. It's a horseshoe shaped sandbag. I should have showed it to you in the video. They're very common. Gun, rifle enthusiasts use them for the bench rest. I'm pretty sure that a few different companies make them. And they, you know, they work really good because you can just pop them on your window, and you can control your window up and down to get the height right. And they usually kind of just lay over the window. They don't, you know, ruin your car, and they're easy. You can just pull them on and off. So that is a very good solution if you don't want to get the Kirk. I don't even know if they make it anymore, to be honest with you. I mean, I can check it up, but I think that is the sandbag is a great solution. Also, you don't need a ball head. And you don't need any deal with any of that. You just pop your camera on the sandbag and you go. You drive off, you put it in, boom. If it's raining out, you don't have to have everything hanging out and untwisted, and so there's a lot to that. But when you need the stability and you're filming and you don't want it to move and you want to lock it in on that nest, I love it because I can just lock it in, hit record, and back away. So that is something that guys who film a lot, or people that film a lot, will be able to utilize in that type of mount. But the sandbag works. Lenscoat makes one also with a plate on there to mount a ball head. So there is some other options out there. Lenscoat makes it, I think. I'm not even sure the other company that makes one with a little mount on there. But there's a few companies out there. You can research it on B&H or Amazon, I'm sure. And when you're driving, when I do like a refuge, and you're driving and it's dusty, it's hot, there's bugs, there's, you know, rain in the summertime, it gets a little taxing because the elements are coming in your car. I mean, on a nice clear day on the cemetery where I'm not in the dirt, I can leave my camera on that mount, which is nice, and you can drive around and leave the camera on there. But at the refuge, with the dust and the sand's picking up and the rain, and your lens is getting hit with the elements. So there's the best of both worlds. I carry both all the time because sometimes I need a towel and I just want to put a towel on my camera and I just want to be able to pull it in and out. So it's not the end all be all. It's just I have it, I use it, it works out really well for me. And I think if you can get your hands on one, it holds a 600. It used to hold a Nikon 800. You know, it depends on how far you want to be back, and you can alter it a bunch of different ways, which is great. It fits any vehicle, as far as I know, pretty well. So I just want to wrap it up, show you another 2 pictures or 3 pictures here or whatever I have. I'm not even sure of some little stuff I got that day, which is convenient. Little mockingbird on the side, boom, 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 you know, whatever. But it's great to have it. And I think it's something if you do start shooting out of the car like I do, like I said, let's go through the tips again. Turn your car off. If it's super windy, you can get away with not turning your car off. But I mean, obviously if it's an electric car, fantastic. I don't really want an electric car, but I would love to have an electric car just for birding because, one, it's quiet, the birds, I mean, they know you're there, but I mean, like, you know, you don't have the rumble, you don't have to start it up and down. And I think the electric car is something else, and it would be great because there's no heat shimmer coming off an electric car. I thought about it, but I can't do it. I can't pull the plug yet. But turn your car off. You know, obviously be respectful where you're parking, and actually really do pay attention that you don't park somewhere you're going to get hit or you're, you know, impeding traffic. I know it's tough. Sometimes you want to get the shot, and I do it a lot. You pull off and then it's like, whew, you're in a danger zone. So be careful. But other than that, man, have a good time. Pack some food, listen to a book, bring your journal, you know, bring a Game Boy if you're a gamer, whatever you want. You don't have to get out of your car, which is nice. And I think once you start doing it, you'll realize that it's, you know, the comfort is huge, and everything's right there. You don't have to carry around a backpack. I have all my stuff staged in the car, and like I said, I've been doing it for years, and I love it. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I hope you enjoyed the video. 168 Wildlife.